Making authentic chocolate gelato at home is easier than you think. Satisfy your cravings with this rich, smooth, decadent dessert without having to travel to Italy. We're going to start off with 8 cups of cream in a pot. To this, scrape the seeds of half of 1 vanilla bean into the cream and include the pod as well. Mix it in and set it to medium-low heat until scalded. You'll need about 12 egg yolks for this recipe. To the egg yolks, you're going to add 2 cups of baker's sugar, 1 cup of very high-quality cocoa powder, and 1 pinch of kosher salt. With a wire whisk, gently incorporate these ingredients together. With all the cocoa powder, this base is going to be more like a dough at first. Then we go over to the stove, again at medium-low heat. And you'll notice, like in our other video, I like to use a wooden spoon and that is flat. The reason I like it to be flat is I want full contact with the bottom of my pan. We don't use a wire whisk in here because we don't want to create a bunch of air bubbles. We want to keep this moving and scald our cream and milk. Then we're going to temper our egg yolk chocolate mixture. A wooden spoon just does the trick for me best. You could use a rubber spatula if you like, as long as it's high temp. Once you've tempered the hot cream into the chocolatey egg yolk mixture, we're going to add that back to the pot of vanilla cream and incorporate. Scrape your bowl down really well and continue stirring with your wooden spoon. When it's finished cooking, we're going to strain this through a chinois. After your anglaise is completely strained out, chill it in the refrigerator overnight ideally. You should have a beautiful thick anglaise once it's cooled off. Ideally, it should look like melted ice cream because that's what it is until we spin it in the gelato maker. Everyone has a different machine for making ice cream, but follow your manufacturer's instructions and freeze accordingly. Gelato, by definition, has no overrun, or by far way less than the store-bought ice cream. We're not incorporating any air into this, so we're only freezing it until it's frozen. Ideally, your instructions from your ice cream maker will have you bring it to about this stage. It should resemble and feel like soft serve that you would get at an ice cream parlor. Stir it around before transferring it into its forever container. And after this, you need to set up your product for a few hours or overnight in a good freezer. This is what the perfect textured gelato should look like when you scoop down through it. Just as fine as the gelaterias that you find in Venezia, Italy.